Okay, I promised to send you a video of how I designed my own logo. So I'm going to try two steps of designing this logo, of getting this logo that is on screen. Remember, I showed you about, we have learned about how the pick tool, we have talked about the shape tool, I've talked about the bizarre tool that is can be found under this live freehand tool by clicking on the small dots at the angle of this tool. You can now see the other tools, bizarre tool. So now that I've selected bizarre tool, there's an easy way of doing this assignment that I gave you. I'm sorry that you have been doing it the hard way, so let's do it the easy way now. So the first thing I do is to bring this design on my page. How did I bring it on my page? I use this command that is called import. Import. The command is import. This is it here. Import. So once I click on import, then it takes me to the folder where I saved the picture that I want to bring in. Click on the picture if you know the name and click on import. So once I bring the mouse and click OK, the mouse now changes to this shape, showing that there's an image that will import once I click it. If I just click and leave the mouse, it will import the image based on the image original size. But if I want to import the image based on my own size, I will click and drag. If you didn't understand what I just said, replay this video. I'll click and drag to the size I want it, and then I will leave the mouse button. So the image will comes in. This is the image. I can zoom up and zoom down by using my mouse, and the button at the middle, the screw button at the middle of the mouse. There are mouse that have a kind of ball point at the middle. That's what I use to screw in and screw out. So if you don't have a mouse, you can use this tool called zoom. Once I click on zoom, I can now come here and click to zoom it out, click to zoom out, to zoom it in. Once you select the zoom tool, then the task the status bar will now, the status bar, the standard bar will now start showing you the commands that can apply to that particular tool that you choose. So I can click on this minus to reduce the size. I can click on this plus to increase the size. If I want to show the page size, I will click on the zoom to page to show me the page size. So now let me delete this, delete. So this is what I want to use, bring this inside. So what I need to do is to zoom it out. Let's use this zoom. Click on the zoom tool. Come inside the page. Click and drag the size that to define the area you want zoomed out. I'll click. It zooms it out. Then remember the bizarre tool. That's what we're going to use. I'll click and go to bizarre tool. Now I will now use this logo as an outline of the design I want to design. So in this case, I don't need to keep the logo one side and begin to design by myself one side. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to use the bizarre tool to create node inside the image. So I'll come here, click node, come here, click node, come here, click node, come here, click node, come here, click a node, come here, click a node, then I'll close it. So I have gotten the shapes that I want. So the next thing to do now is to click on the shape tool to remove this node. Don't click any other thing. Click on the shape tool, then I can now start rearranging or redesigning this. So the first thing I need to do, let's start at the bottom. Let's zoom out. Then I'll click here on the line, and then I'll click on convert to curve, and then I'll use the two arrow that are showing on the line. Immediately I click on convert to curve to reshape. Not just clicking on the line and dragging it to reshape. Use the arrows that are showing at each end. This one will reshape this side, this one will reshape this side. So I will now bring this here. Then use this one, drag it down, drag it down. You keep doing this until you got the perfect shape. Use the arrow to get it. Use this to get it until it fits into that shape. Now this our design seems to have multiple. So you need to keep doing this until you get it right. Until how it's now easier, because now you will need, now because this design is proving difficult for me here, I now know that I need to add another node somewhere here. So let's zoom out. I now know that I need to put node there. That's the only way to get that perfect shape. So when I zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out, okay, this is supposed to be here. So use the arrow, see if you can get the shape. So the next thing to do is double click somewhere here to create a node. Then click here, click on the line and convert it to line. I may have to convert everything to line. Click on this one and convert it to line. So now I can take this here. Can see how I am manipulating and zooming in and zooming out so that I can see what I'm doing. Not that you will leave it at a single size and then you will be confused. Click on the line, click on convert to curve, then drag it. So from that point, I'm going to fast forward this video. Everything you're going to see now is going to be in fast forward. Thank you. Thank you. Just watch the screen. So zoom in. This is supposed to be somewhere here. So it will not be bad if I have a node here. Double click to create a node here. Then click and convert to line. Take it up. Okay. Now click this line, convert to curve. Then take it down. Perfect. Then it's just the beginning. Then double click here to create a node, then bring it somewhere here. Then click here to create a line, click on the line and then convert to curve. This video might take longer time than I expected. Then click here, line, convert to curve. Remember to replay this video as much as possible so that you will grab what I am doing. It is not magic. It is not magic. Why it looks like I know what to do, I know what to drag. It's just the work of years of experience, and I think you can get there. Practice makes perfect. If you can get a clean design, that's good for me. So this is it for this. Then double click here to create a node, bring it down here. So let's put it here. So see, you can see my own node is out from the point. I'll take it back. So click here, click once, click convert to curve, then drag it to curve. If it's not getting what you want, then you need to use the arrows. That's where the arrows comes in. So now come here, click convert to curve. Make sure you get it. Okay, it should be somewhere here. This might readjust my previous design somewhere here, so let's touch it small again. So bring this out, then see how you can get it here. So watch, I think it has started. Okay, now I'll create a node here and take this somewhere here. This is very important that I do this. Okay, so zoom it and see if it is right. It's right now. Then click on the line and click on convert to curve, then drag it down. So if you're not getting it perfect, click on a node within that area and try to adjust. Try to adjust. So I think I have it here. Then the design is almost through. So I need to click a node, drag it somewhere here. Where you drag it to does not matter. Where you drag it to does not matter, so long as where you take it to helps you get what you want as fast as possible. So click on this line, convert to curve, then bring it somewhere here. You can see now that I'm using the arrows only when it is absolutely necessary. Only when it is absolutely necessary in the design. I think this should come a little bit here. So adjust this place. Adjust here. I thought you were my friend. I didn't know. Sorry. Sorry, there's a song I'm trying to sing. I'm going to remove this part of this. Hey, there's a song I was trying to that has stick in my mind for a very long time now. Hey. So, as a graphic designer, there is something I love about graphic design, okay? It's not a matter of you need. I think it gradually undo. It gradually becomes a part of you. Graphic design teaches you patience. Before you know it, you become a very patient person. I'm telling you, before you know it, you become a very patient person. I know some of you will be wondering, why am I so relaxed doing this? But the truth is that any work you do in a hurry will not look good. Okay? Experience has taught me that instead of having to redo the work, let me just give it the time that it needs in order to deliver. Okay? That's one thing graphic design will teach you. Graphic design teaches you patience. So remember that. You will not even know when, so long as you're practicing it, you won't even know when. It's just that people will begin to notice it first. That you're being patient more now than before. So it's one of the things that a graphic design can teach you. So I think I am getting it, but it's not coming out the way I want it. So now what I'm going to do, because this place is giving me trouble, I'm going to create a node here. Okay, to blank out this side. Okay, I think I have what I want. So I'll click on the arrow key. Now, because the lines I draw is in black and this design is in black, that's why you're not seeing this shape. So if I change the shape to something like green, you can now see it. So I can drag it out. I can drag it out. I can drag it out and then I can put any color of my choice. So this is it. Now I can do the same thing here. I can do the same thing here. Remember what I told you? I can just duplicate this plus sign. We'll duplicate it. I drag it to the other side. And then I now flip it, mirror horizontally. So it flips. So I can now choose to design um, curve this area out of it. Now to design this bed at the middle, so I will now go back to Bizarre tool. This time around, this is very easy. I'll click here, and click here, and click here, and click somewhere here, click somewhere here, click here, click here, click here, click somewhere here, and then we'll probably close it. So it has closed, so I will now click on Shape 2. Let's begin. Click on this line, convert to curve, drag it up. Make sure it got what you want. If it's not getting what you want, zoom it in to make sure everything is at the right position. And then use the arrows of the line to readjust it to align. So click here, convert to curve. Okay. Now click here, convert to curve. Oh Lord, great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Oh, so by reflex, I'm still trying to put up some song to help me through this time. It is a normal thing, although that's a habit I picked up from programming, actually. It's not from graphic design. I picked it up, it's a habit I picked up from programming. We always like to um, drown ourselves out of reality or out of our environment to help us concentrate. So, because you can see what I am doing, the bed is taking shape. This is good. Now it is easier for you because you're tracing it on the design. Now remember what I said during the class. I said you do not need to copy someone's design verbatim. You might use their design as an inspiration. So there are thousands of ways I can use this now. I can decide to use one of the feathers, not all of them, not the two sides, just one side, and use it to arrive on what I wanted. So I can also decide to use both of them, or I can also decide to use only this bed that I'm currently, only the body of the bed that I'm currently doing. So it's all on you, on which part of the inspiration that you wish to replicate in the new logo you're doing. So always take note of that, because if you copy someone's design, you may have copyright issues. In the internet world, everything is open. Nothing is hidden under the sun. So I think I am true. So let's give it a color. Remove the black line color, then bring it in. So I think by now you should know what to do. So even, let me delete this. I think this can make a good side of a logo. So now with this now, the logo, this design now is not talking of peacock. It's no longer talking of a bird. So you can, as you can see, So that's it, my people. So this is how to design it. I really appreciate your time. So watch this video over and over and over and over again until everything I did here, you are able to pick it. So if there's anything I did that you didn't understand, feel free to bring it up during the class. Feel free to chat me up. Feel free to call me. I'm all ears. Thank you and see you next Saturday.